So I've had good success with Cavius in the past with their other surface mount fittings or their recessed ones, their 10-year battery life ones. But now all of the smoke alarms need to be interconnected, whether or not that's wireless or wired. In this case, because Cavius does the wireless ones, I'm pretty happy with going with that. And then I've run power to each one. So I'm gonna do the recessed kit on all of them just to keep it all sleek. And so here's that there. So what it has is a little hole for the cable to come through there, or you can use the little punch outs in there. So I'm gonna just get all the recessed kits all mounted first, and then ideally, yeah, let's see here, actually, pop off. Oh yes, I see. So yeah, I can mount this up there, and then this trim goes on afterwards. What I don't want to do, just while everything's still getting painted and a lot of dust is about, so I won't put the smoke alarms up yet until the house is ready for code. Yeah, because a lot of dust will go into the sensor of the smoke alarm. What I do with all of my holes is I actually just trim the edges around, so that way any recessed fittings fit as flush to the ceiling as I can. You don't necessarily have to do this because often you won't notice it, but I either rub it with my hand, like pushing all the extra bits, all the little fluffy bits up, or I just go along with my knife here and just carefully just trim off that little edge, and that means that there's not a lip that will push any of the recessed fittings down, because sometimes you'll see there'll be a little slither of gap. So I'm just trying to, while I'm here, I can make it as good as I can. Let's see if this is cut out correctly. Beautiful, just like a glove. On all of these I've actually done surface sockets, and that was just so I could turn everything on and get all the lighting going while I'm in the process of still fitting off. It means that everything is safe. So yeah, it'll go like that. On to the speaker. I'll show you the specs of this. So it's a 90 dB, 8 ohm, 80 watt, 8-inch speaker. I've already cut out the holes for these, so I'm gonna crack on with that. So I'll open this up and sort of show you what they're made of. Got the installation manual, template hole cutout, which I used to get all the others cut out in the jib. Here's the goods. So it comes with this magnetic faceplate, which in the living room area in here, I may try and get powder coated or paint, so it gives it that black look. Not sure whether or not it'll mess up the little screen here though. We'll see how we go. Otherwise I will leave it looking like this, which to be fair does look pretty nice if I don't say so myself. As you can see on the back there, so the details are on there. 50 to 20 kilohertz, 80 watt, 8 ohm, 90 dB, 284 is the outer. And the cutout size is 258 mil or 10.2 inches. Got these push the push sort of spring terminal. I did try and put ferrules on the conductors, but unfortunately the 2 mil ferrules, they kind of clash with, depending on how far they've screwed this bottom screw into the inside of the ferrule hole, fouls the inside of the terminal hole. It fouls the ferrule, so I can't get it in there. This one looks like they've actually backed it off a little bit, but it's hit or miss. So rather than sitting there trying to muck around with it, I just twist the pairs as close together as I can and try and roll them in there so none of them, fold back on themselves. And yeah, other than that, I'll try to get it installed. It comes with ceiling clamp holders, and all you do is you just turn it clockwise and it automatically rotates that and then starts clamping down on the ceiling. So we'll get started with that and see how we go. Now, I don't consider myself an audio expert, but I have played a fair bit around with car audio and a little bit of house audio stuff. Familiar enough with it that I can yeah, get the systems going, and then I just tinker with it as I go. And obviously, because I'm going to be living here, I can play around with it forever and make all the mistakes that need to happen. So yeah, that's kind of the gist. If this was a system that I was trying to sell to people, I wouldn't be sure as to how I would go about that, to be fair. I personally like to trial everything myself and make as many of the mistakes as I can on my own stuff before I would go ahead and try and sell stuff to someone else. Like the last thing you want to be doing is fault finding, or doing a lot of, like, what do you call it? Basically trial and error on site in someone's house. So obviously there's an element of learning with all this sort of stuff. But in my case, yeah, I like to know, or at least go in having a bit of an idea before I would start on someone else's. What I'm doing here is, because I only had so much of each cable, I've run a one pair to the bathroom, then I've run the 2 pair to this bedroom here too. So bedroom 2 I've run bedroom 2 I've run a 2 pair, and then I've run a 1 pair from here that will go to the bathroom. So it's sort of more efficient as far as cabling goes, so then I'm not running 2 1 pairs to each one, and it means that there's less cabling at the other end and where the server is going. So it's probably not quite as good as far as ohms. You've got a little bit longer runs, but in this case, this is going to the bathroom, which realistically may not ever really get used, and even same with the bedrooms. So my goal with this is just to have it so if you want ambient music, you can play, a song nice and quiet because it's directly above the bed. All the walls are insulated so no one else will hear it, and then you can just do whatever you need to on your phone. So that's kind of the goal with this. And late down the road, I could integrate that in with like Home Assistant or some other software to make it so if there was a fire alarm or something, everyone needed to be alerted, I could just do that over the whole house. So yeah, I'm just gonna get all these joined, and yeah, I'll show you installing this one next. So I'm gonna join white and green to red and black. I have approximately about roughly 400 meters of this in the house, going to the various locations. Some of it will be probably never used, but it's certainly easier to run it beforehand than afterwards, especially when it's going through penetrations and outside stuff. So I've already got the speakers for outside. That's the tricky bit done. Okay. I think a change on there, and there's a little switch on the front here. Let's see what that does. Okay, let's see here. Now, I'm really hoping that I'll cut this out correctly. I'm trying not to put pressure on anything if I can. And I need to get this out of the way, like that. There we go. And I didn't bring a screwdriver, so if that falls, stay. yeah, it's looking pretty clean. Kitchen has arrived. So I have this Martech Uno heat lamp for the bathrooms. So normally you'll get a kit that does like a 3-in-1, but I'll see how this goes instead. Hopefully it turns out alright. So that's gonna go up there, and then towel rail I can do later from the speaker hole. So I'll leave that speaker out for now.